Namaste and welcome to this, the second week of June. We start today off with the date that is significant in a beautiful, powerful way, and I will get back to that. Let's talk numerology today, but let's also look into the cards, the tarot, the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reid, and the beautiful The Language of Love, the Journey of Love deck, which is here, right here. This deck that I love to look at, the overall energy by Alana Fairchild. We're going to be talking about what we are already sensing, like what's the energy that's already being presented. And let's see how that connects to the number that the week is being kick-started with, and what else to expect through the tarot deck and the oracle deck, Journey of Love. First of all, it's an energy that talks very much about how we perceive our talents, and this continues, like this is what the foundation of May created. And June is very much like, I gave you these talents, now put them into use. And we feel that nudge. We feel how we're being pushed. And to me, it feels very severe. Like we're halfway through the year almost. When this month is done, we're halfway through the year. It's like, yep, you got this year to get it going. You got this year to be serious about the gifts that were given to you from the divine. And it is all about, no matter what you do, it's all about how we help each other, how we make ourselves available to other people, how to support them, how to help them, how to guide them, how to be there for them, how to hold their hands, whatever. It's all about connection between people. It's all about relating between people. It's all about collaboration between people. It is all about the love that we are here to represent. And when we are in that energy of love, we also know the other side of that coin, which is fear. In connection to love, there's always fear in human form. But when we connect with Jesus Christ, the Christ energy, there's only love. There's no fear. It is the utter absence of fear that we feel when we connect with that energy. I don't believe that we as humans can be in that energy all the time. I actually think it's the most challenging thing ever, because the other side of that love coin is fear. We know it when we become parents. All of a sudden we are afraid of dying ourselves, because who is then to take care of our babies? And then when they get older, we fear that they're going to die, that they're going to be hurt. And so it continues. We fear if we are enough. We fear if we're doing things good enough. We fear if we are enough in a relationship. All the fear that can arise, like even these days with all of the inflammation. I actually said inflammation. I meant inflation. The funny thing is, it's kind of society being inflamed. But with the inflation that we're experiencing, people are sensing fear about their finances. Do they have enough to buy food? Do they have enough to pay for their rent? Do they have enough to take care of their children? And yes, I want to go back to, because I don't believe in coincidences, I said inflammation. Inflame. What is inflamed? Inflame. Something is on fire. Something is not as it should be. It's fire in the wrong place. It is this energy that has to be removed, and we need to find the remedy for it. The remedy is always, how may I serve? How can I help? What can I do? And every one of us might sit in this situation where we go, but I'm only me. What can I do? I'm only me, and I only know how to do these things. How can I possibly matter that much in the society right now or in the world? We all matter. The challenge, the real challenge is that we don't perceive ourselves as valuable enough in the collective. But there would not be a world without you that would look exactly like it does right now if you weren't here. We all matter. We all matter in our family's life, our community's life, the local area, the national area maybe even. And some of us are actually reaching people abroad the limits of the nation. So abroad, we are reaching other fellow humans on the other side of the earth, maybe even. The world would not be what it is if you were not in it. That doesn't mean that we can't be in fear of if what we have is good enough to serve. I can tell you that this is a fact, and I'm saying it to myself as I'm saying it aloud to you. You matter, and what you have to share and give matters to someone, maybe even to several. The inflammation is the ego that's preventing us from doing what we're supposed to be doing, the fear. That's right on the other side of that love coin, but that is the inflammation. Can we connect to Christ's energy and experience more of the love instead of fear? I do believe that it's possible, that we can. If nothing else, I happen to know from my personal experience that when I really wanted to help someone and I didn't know how to do it, Jesus Christ appeared before me during the night, appeared in this beautiful golden light, and said to me that if I wanted to help this woman, this particular woman, I could, and he would keep me safe. For many years after that, I wondered what had actually happened, because when I was in his light, I felt like the most courageous I've ever felt, as if I could do anything. And it actually did take me years to understand what I had actually felt. That it was only love and a complete absence of fear. I've only felt that one single time after that. I wish I could feel it every day, 24 hours a day. It hasn't been possible for me to achieve that yet. I don't know if it ever will. But I do know that we can call upon that Christ energy, and we can ask for help, and we can be held in that light. I did help the woman, by the way, not in the way I thought I was supposed to, but in the way I wanted to, or in the way I offered. She didn't dare to. She didn't dare to receive. She was afraid for her own life and mine and our children, both hers and mine. And I respected that. But I happen to know that what I did do to help her, and how I was allowed by her to help her, mattered in her life. Even if I thought it was meant to be that much bigger. We can't judge the help other people are asking for. And we can't project our own idea onto them in terms of what that help might look like. It is in those times that we have been given 2 ears and 1 mouth to listen twice as much as we talk. It is this energy that we're in now. Who are you to judge your gifts and your talent? Who are you to say that it's not enough? It might be exactly what other people need. And you have judged yourself out of the game. It is a severe energy, but as you know, June is the 16th universal month because it's the 6th month in the 10th universal year, the 2026, add up to a 10, plus 6 is 16. In the Tarot, that is the Tower. It's the Tower of Babel, where people climbed up to get closer to God, to be divine. And God had to strike that tower, separate people, create diversity, for them not to be inflated, for the egos not to be inflated, to deflate the egos, so that we would come down to earth. In this case, the energy I'm sensing is all about removing the ego that prevents you from being in real life, in real connection, in real relationships. To be the support, to be the help, to be the guide, to be the teacher, to be the holding hand. The ego that stops you from being all that you can be and all that you're supposed to be in this life and at this very time. Today is the 8th of June, 2026. The 8 symbolizes unity. And if we tilt it, it's infinity. It is infinite union. In the 6th month, the number 6 is the Lovers. So it's infinite union between people in relationships. It is that connection that we have with one another, that we cherish, that we love, that we pour our hearts into. And it is in 2026, the 10, the Wheel of Fortune, the starting over, the letting go of stuff so new can begin. It is a new life that wants to emerge from your heart, not from your old life, but from the foundation of your old life that builds your heart, that killed your ego. The 8 plus 6 equals 14. The 14 talks about the alchemical process of union, of things being put together in such a way that it becomes something more, something better, something bigger. It is the beginning of leadership, taking ownership, I want to say, to be responsible for that which is within that wants to come out. In the 10th universal year, 2026, but we have to add the 8 and the 6, which is 14 plus 10. That's 24. 24 does not exist in the major arcana in the tarot, so we have to reduce that. We reduce that into a number 6. 2 plus 4 equals 6. Again, an emphasis on the Lovers. I'm being called to talk to you about the crystalline grid that we have inside the earth and a copy of it outside the earth. Both of them create a magnetic pull towards each other, the exact same way that the grid is connected in itself. Each little hole in the grid is a hexagon. All of these hexagons are connected. Each human being that is on the planet right now is represented in one of these hexagons, both inside the earth and outside the earth. It is the pull to elevate yourself out of lower states of consciousness into higher states of consciousness, and also into higher ways of being. The being being the earth grid, the earth connection, how we connect on earth to each other, how we relate, how we reach out, and how we could potentially also heal ourselves and each other in this grid. We need earth. We need grounding. We need the physical vessel. Without it, you wouldn't be here. Without it, you're not gonna be here. Crystalline grid, soul, higher self, higher states of consciousness, the multidimensional existence of you has to be there. Without that, you would not have come into life in the first place. You would not have come into a physical vessel. There's none without the other. And as well in the grid, each hexagon where you're in the center, you have 6 highly important beings that have been on your path to support your growth, for you to eventually elevate out of it, ascend out of the matrix, understand infinity, understand what is beyond duality, to descend, to come back down, to really reach the human level, to understand that life is not just a spiritual journey. There's none without the other. So we have to descend after our first ascension. We have to descend. We have to connect the soul to the body. We have to connect the higher states of consciousness in the crystalline grid around the earth to the grid inside the earth, and understand that each human is the connection between the two. We have another 6 months to really journey in this, to really understand that the second ascension is actually the body becoming one with the soul. I was about to say bowl, that was a funny word, but body and soul combined, bowl. And if we translate that, and again, I don't believe in coincidences, I stopped myself in the word, but I actually was about to say it. What is the bowl? It's the chalice. It is the Holy Grail. It is the feminine. And I'm here to work with women. As the feminine aspect is enlarged in your life, you become more and more of the chalice. You become the Holy Grail. You become that which holds emotions, which holds life. You are that actually when you're pregnant. You are the chalice of the baby. You are the bowl. You are that which holds life until it's poured from your cup and into reality. This week is kick-started with the lover's energy, with the want, the need, the desire for union with another human being. It is the connection that we crave, where we are seen, where we are met, where we are acknowledged, where we feel whole, valued. The interesting thing is always that it is very hard to believe your value, even if other people come and tell you. If you don't believe in your own value, you're never going to be able to reflect their compliments. You're just going to push it away and go, oh, don't say that. That's not, oh, okay, thank you, but, you know. And that's the energy that we're being shown right now. The understanding of just how much each individual matters. And that life matters. No matter who we are, no matter where we are, no matter our gender. last week I was guided to, instead of just calling these videos that I'm making weekly energy forecasts, I want to emphasize what I was told, that it's all about feminine energy, what I present, because I do come from a feminine aspect. I do work with my femininity because I have felt the need to do that. I feel the need to reach out to women to support them with their own femininity before it gets lost, before it's diminished and pushed aside as if it's not valuable. These energy readings are for women. They are for the feminine energy that is needed in the world in a healthy way. Not as a female perception of masculinity, a female expression of masculinity. Because as a woman, you can never be a man. You can never actually hold that energy. And I know I'm going to step on someone's toes when I say this. However, it is deeply, deeply experienced within me that I tried for years to be very masculine. Because I thought that was what I was meant to be. I thought having drive, focus, ambitions, and getting out there and doing stuff and taking action was valuable. It was to society, because those were the ones who pushed me to do it. But it didn't bring any value to my life. It actually removed me more and more from my essence, from my core. And I know that other women have the same experience because I have worked with many of them. And this is the energy that we are being called for and to now. To see our value as women. To see the value in femininity. The feminine beauty of surrender. Where we are in a space where we can allow ourselves to be protected. To be safe. To be contained. To be heard. To be with a man who keeps us safe, valued, and protected from the world. For us women not to worry. Not to worry about finances. That's what the men are for. And they love it. I didn't even know. For years I didn't even know. I thought I'm meant to deliver at least half. I know that we're not going to go back to what it used to be. We're building something new. So this is not about going back to the 50s or 1890s, anything like that. It is to, as a feminine collective, build a new structure. It is to tear the old structure down and become new. Be new, because the world is new every day, and yet the world is old. Tremendously old, actually. It is how we choose to be in the world with each other now that matters. It is for the woman to understand that she's the one choosing her life. She's the one choosing her mate. She's the one saying, I want you, no one else. This is it, and I'm going to go for it. To dare to, based on love. To lean into the fear and find the courage to go for the love you want. To look for actual values, not looks. To look for actual protection, not muscles. I sat and talked to my husband about this. The past 2 days we've actually been talking a lot about not only our own union, but how we would love to support other people in this. And we talked about looks. Like, does it matter what people look like before you are attracted to them? No, it really doesn't. It's all about being seen. So it's not about looks, but it's about looking. I have seen women that when they are seen fully, they surrender completely. They melt, their hearts open, their eyes open, everything becomes open. Because for the first time, she's being seen. Women change their looks. They do everything to look beautiful, skinny, not old, whatever. Because they think it's about the looks. We have to flip that one. It's about being seen. And when we are seen by a man, we find him attractive. And when a man meets a soft woman, a feminine woman, who allows him to protect her and keep her safe, he melts. When she wants to care for him, love him, he melts. We have a ton of polarity coaches right now. I'm not a polarity coach. That's not what I'm about. I'm about the true essence of your being and becoming the full expression of it. How the nature of you wants to come out, and I do believe that all women deserve to be seen. We just keep compromising ourselves to make that happen, and still it doesn't, because we're not looking to be seen. We are looking to be looked at. So we have to change a bit, and that's what I'm talking about. This new, like, evolution in how we built the new world, the new woman. And that's also why I have started the community FeminaFlourish Lounge. I have it on my website and I have it on Facebook, where women can come in and support one another, reach out to each other, and reflect on each other. What do you do in this situation? How do you receive, or what did you do to connect? What are you doing in your relationship when it gets rough? And I do believe that that's where we're heading, that we need each other. And yes, we might call that a bit old-fashioned communities of women work together, men work together, and then sometimes we go out dancing. It's kind of the energy I'm aiming for here. Because there was something beautiful about that. But in reality, we have to go even further back, like way back. When we would live in tribes where everyone had value, because the tribe wouldn't be the same without one of them. That we did not think about femininity and masculinity. It just was. And each had a purpose. And each had something significant in that energy of high value that was respected. They didn't talk about equality. They didn't have to. Because they were all equal. They were all humans. So in the name of equality, we have created even more inequality. So we have to just start erasing that and going into perfect acceptance and containment of each other. This is the energy for the female right now. Because I can feel a deep, deep longing for a mate, for a partner, for union. And we try and we keep failing Why am I not good enough, she asks. Because you look in the wrong places many times. And you look to see where you can cut a toe or a heel to fit into the shoe. You're not. You're not meant to cut anything off of yourself to fit a mold. That's not yours. You are to bloom and expand and flourish as the woman you are. And own that. Love on that. Find it valuable. Yeah. So an energy of the lovers, yes, and it will be like, where is he? Why hasn't he showed up yet? Why do I keep choosing the wrong guy who's never there for me? Well, take a breather. Cleanse yourself and your energy and start to really look into the 4 bodies that you have. The physical, the emotional, the mental, and the spiritual. If you start compromising any of these, you're in the wrong place. And then look into what deep values you really have. And ask for a person to meet that. Traditions, culture, values within that, expression, skill set, intelligence level. And I really do believe that we can shorten it down to this. We as women long to be seen, long to be experienced, long to be held. And then we invest in someone who had his eyes closed all the time. So we need to be more picky. And I'm not talking about looks or bank account size or any other size for that matter. But first we have to accept who we are ourselves. And we always hear that, love yourself first. Ugh, it always made me want to puke. Love yourself first. Well, there are definitely areas of me I don't love. But what I learned was that if I choose to accept what is right now, and that which I want to change, then I take responsibility for changing it. Then I have an easier time accepting. So just reach the state of acceptance and start looking at what you really value in life. And then you will find a partner that can be a match to that. The overall energy from the Journey of Love deck by Alana Fairchild. Let me introduce you to this again. It is a beautiful, beautiful deck. We get Hidden Beauty. Hidden Beauty. Hidden Beauty is number 45. 4 plus 5 equals 9, which in the Tarot, the Major Arcana, is the Hermit, the internal journey, the journey inwards to see your own light, to see your own wisdom, to follow your own heart, to know it, and to see that light that can shine in the dark and guide you on your way. Number 45, let me read that to you. Like, really look into this. I think there's something in it for you. This woman sitting here, hiding her face. It can be that she's hiding from the world, right? It can be that she's hiding her beauty. I sang at a funeral a couple of days ago. And she had died fairly young, early 70s. And the priest talked about her life. And she had been raised in a small island here in Denmark. her father wanted to marry her off to his cousin, who also had a farm, and she was supposed to go over there. And they decided, her father and the cousin decided when she was 14. And we're talking in the mid-60s here at that time. And she definitely didn't want that, because she was in love with someone else. He was from a different class. She had to more or less run away from home to avoid that marriage to her dad's cousin. And she ended up marrying the guy that she was in love with. But that life didn't become much easier. It was a lot of traveling around the country, not having roots, not having a specific home, but moving all the time. She had this stone statue of a woman, bent with her head bent down towards her knees, her face hidden by her hair. I saw that now, like, oh yeah. And she had put a rope around that statue, around the woman's ankles, to remind herself how tied up she had been in her life and how she managed to break free. She wanted an education. Nobody in her family, including her husband, thought that that was a good idea. She got the degree, and she got a job that she loved. We don't want to be bound, tied. We want to be free. And it is so important that we find a mate that we can be free with, who will support that freedom, who will support that movement, who will support, period. But this is the energy of the week, more specifically, the feminine who is hiding her beauty. Let's hear what the card says. You're glimpsing beauty, and yet there's more to be revealed. There's more than what you're currently seeing. To attempt to force the vision would prevent you from seeing what is being revealed. Be patient and look more closely. Soften your heart and ask to be shown the beauty in the situation that is being shown to you. Wait. Let the vision come alive, and you shall witness what was once hidden. This oracle brings you a suggestion from divine guidance. You may think you see the whole picture, but if you look deeper, you shall see something that brings you much joy, hope, and reassurance. There's more beautiful perspective here that affirms and nourishes you and all involved in the situations of your life that are puzzling you at present. Take heed and relax. All is as it's meant to be, and soon you too will be able to see. And every card comes with a poem, and the poem says, when I close my eyes at night, I see your face, your lips, the brush of your hair across your brow, the down of your skin, soft against my touch. My love grows in the solitude, listening for the morning light and you. As I said, there is, in the feminine energy this week, there is such longing for that counterpart, that divine counterpart, that soulmate, that one that you feel in your heart has been calling you forever. There are so many things that you have yet to see. It will be revealed. Trust. Find faith. Find yourself. You might not be able to find all thousands let me try again. You might not find all 1,000 aspects of yourself, but the ones you do find are the most important to you at this moment in time. Let it come out. Let it be revealed. So let's see from the Good Tarot what we have. Okay, 2 cards fell to the floor. Let me see if I can reach them. Yep. And one landed here. This is really beautiful. I always look at the bottom of the deck. I have a sense that at the bottom of each deck is that which we have yet to see. The underlying, like, stream of energy that moves us. And what is it moving us towards? Why is it moving us? And here we get the 8 of water. It is this energy waiting for the ship to arrive. It is just what I said right now. Someone, maybe many of you, are waiting for your ship to arrive, waiting for your ship to come in with all its treasures. But even more importantly, what I would like to emphasize with this card is that you have your own treasure chest right there, with gold, silver, gemstones, the whole thing. You have value. You have a lot to offer. And the ship that you're waiting for to arrive is yours, no others. And you will carry your value with you. You will not leave it behind. You bring it with you. And it will be received. It will be met, and it will be seen. It might not be this week, as the card says, but trust, and soon it will be revealed. Right? Also, your hidden beauty, your values will come out little by little, and you can acknowledge the presence. The first card we get is Page of Fire. Sorry, my ring light goes into this one. Page of Fire is about starting something new, a new project, a message about something new starting, maybe something new arriving. Second is the 9 of Fire. 9 of Fire, I love it in this deck. It's like the 9 of Wands. So Page of Fire is in my other deck that I love to use. It's the Princess of Wands. She is fiery, releasing herself from old patterns, from the ego structures that have prevented her from being free. She's releasing herself from the ropes, right? Flying free with her antennas, reaching for everything above that wants to guide her. She is receptive to all the new. So, a new life. But first we have to burn off the old. We have to let go of that which no longer serves. We have to be, okay, I'm done struggling. I don't want to struggle anymore. Why does life have to be this hard? It doesn't. The ego makes it very difficult. The soul makes it easy. So let the soul come in and be your driver. Let the soul steer you in the right direction and listen with your heart. Listen with your heart. And then we get the Ace of Earth. And Ace of Earth is Ace of Pentacles. The big manifestation of that which you long for. The big, like, this is what I want in my physical life, in my physical realm. I don't want to just dream of it and think of it. I want to see it manifested here. But do you even know what you want? That's the real question. For the longest time, I kept hearing the Holy Spirit say to me, "What do you want, Elizabeth? What do you want?" Like, I didn't dare to want anything. I wanted something, but I was afraid to put name to it, you know? It was like, no, I can't really do that. I don't know. Can I? Fact was, it was because I kept choosing what wasn't right for me. So when I didn't put a name on it, good riddance. Good riddance that I didn't. It wasn't until I could sit down with the genuine values of me. And I'm not kidding, from when I did that and I met my now husband, took 6 days. 6 days. When I was ready to go, yes, God, yes, I know what I want. I want this energy. I want this to be met. I want this to be experienced. Not a name, like a specific person. None of that. I don't care what he looks like. I wouldn't mind if I find him attractive, but this is what I want. A man who understands me, a man who understands my spirituality and can contain it, a man who likes children, a man, and all, all of that. 6 days. I'm just saying, something new has to come in for your decision making to be easier. When we can say, yes, this is what I want. I don't waver. I don't doubt. This is what I want. And I'm going to go for it. Then we have already let go of all the old, going, yeah, that was not for me. Fair enough. I'm done. Over. Moving along. And then high manifestation abilities this week. High manifestation abilities this week. But allow it to unfold gradually. Allow it to be a more subtle experience of everything that you are coming out and coming into full flourishment. Allow your ship to come in. But see, the thing is, when we know it's coming, it's easier to wait, isn't it? But if you've ever been on the docks and you're waiting for a boat to come in that you're going to go with, it takes forever until it docks, until the bridge is down, all of that. It's like, So to find something else to do in the meantime. Like, if I had been on this shore, which apparently we are as feminines this week, okay, I'm on this shore, I might sit down and draw on the sand, collect stones that I like, put my feet in the water, play a little. Because it's important to play a little, right? And that's kind of the energy that we're being exposed to. We're being like pushed into that water to see who we really are. All of that hidden beauty that's waiting to come out. All of that which you are, that wants to come out, that wants to be free, that doesn't want to be tied down anymore, that wants to be freed from the ego telling you that you can't. Burn that stuff away. It's not a struggle. It's not meant to be a struggle. It doesn't mean it's always easy, because we still have that ego mind that's telling us that this is how it should be. Says who? Says who? Manifest the life of your dreams, not my dreams. You don't care about that. You are to manifest the life of your dreams and not your neighbor's dreams. Your dreams. What are they? What are they? What do you really want? What do you really, really, really want? And I want to take it to another level even. What do you really need? What do you really need that you don't allow yourself to get? I want to say this as well. I'm sick and tired of hearing how women are not supposed to need a man. Do you need food? Yes. You might also want food, but that's what you gain weight from, right? You need food. It's basic stuff. People need relationships. People need each other. No man or woman is an island. It's okay to need something. It's okay to need sex. It's okay to need physical touch, physical connection, to be held and kissed and seen. It's okay to need that. There's nothing wrong with having a need. For a human being, it's quite basic, really. You also need a bathroom every once in a while, right? There's nothing wrong with that. And yet, when it comes to love, when it comes to relationships, we have been taught that we can't need anything, that that's not okay, because then we are needy. We also want to be with each other, but we do have a basic need. And that is not the same as being needy. Actually, when we can acknowledge the need, we stop being needy, because then we go for what we need. We start claiming it as a right. And suddenly it shows up. What do you want? And what do you need? Ask for it, and you shall receive. That's going to be it from me. I have been ranting, but so much energy is coming through. It's a severe one. It means business, but it's all for the good of everyone involved. I wish you a beautiful night or day, wherever you are. Namaste.